You love your dog more than most people. You buy them expensive treats, let them sleep in your bed, and consider them family. But what if I told you that in your attempt to show love, you are doing 7 normal things every single day that silently push your dog into severe chronic anxiety? We are primates, and dogs are canines. Millions of years of evolution separate our biological love languages. What feels like a deeply affectionate moment to a human can instantly trigger a terrifying fight-or-flight survival response in a dog. They suffer in silence, politely tolerating the very things that terrify them. Some of these mistakes are so common that over 90% of dog owners do them daily without realizing the psychological damage. Pay close attention to number 6, because what you believe is your dog's adorable guilty face is actually a heartbreaking fear response. Let's start with the mistake you probably made just minutes ago. Point 1. The top of the head trap. Imagine a friendly dog approaching you. What is your instinctual human reaction? You likely reach your hand straight down, hovering directly over the top of their head for a firm pat. You need to stop doing this immediately. In canine psychology, any object approaching from directly above the skull is biologically categorized as a predatory, dominant, and threatening move. When you bring your hand over their head, you completely block their upward vision. If you look closely, your dog will slightly lower their neck, blink rapidly, or flatten their ears tightly backward. You think they are accepting your love, but their body language screams that they are flinching. They are simply tolerating your dominant touch because you control their resources. To speak their language of respect, lower your hand and bring it slowly under their chin, or gently to their chest. Approaching from below eye level instantly strips away predatory dominance. You offer equal respect. You will know you have done it right when they physically lean their heavy chest into your hand, actively asking for more. Point 2. The primate hug. As humans, when we love someone, our primate brains tell us to wrap our arms tightly around them. It is embedded in our DNA to hug. But in the wild canine world, having another animal wrap its heavy limbs over your neck means only one thing: you are being trapped, pinned down, and hunted. Dr. Stanley Coren, a leading canine psychology expert, analyzed hundreds of photos of people hugging their dogs. The results were staggering. In 81% of the photos, the dogs exhibited clear signs of silent stress. You could see the whites of their eyes, a distress signal known as whale eye, their ears pinned back, and their mouths tightly closed. When you squeeze your dog in a tight hug, you take away their ability to run. Their cortisol, the primary stress hormone, spikes dramatically. They do not bite you simply because they have learned to suppress their natural defense mechanisms. If you want to show profound physical affection in a way their brain understands, sit quietly side by side with them. When your dog turns their back and drops their entire body weight against your legs, known as the lean, they are giving you the ultimate canine hug. They are trusting you to protect their blind spot. Point 3. Forced face-to-face greeting. You take your dog for an evening walk, and another dog approaches. Being a friendly owner, you hold your leash tightly and walk your dog directly face-to-face with the other dog to say hello. You have just forced your dog into the biggest violation of canine etiquette in existence. Wild canines never approach each other in a direct straight line. A head-on, face-to-face approach in the animal kingdom is an aggressive challenge preparing for combat. Dogs naturally approach in a wide, polite arc, avoiding direct eye contact, and attempt to sniff from the side or back first to gather chemical information peacefully. When you hold your dog on a tight, short leash and force them to stand face-to-face with a strange dog, you strip away their natural flight response and force a high-tension confrontation. The tight leash also acts as a telegraph wire, sending your slight hand tensions directly to the dog's collar. This is exactly why many dogs are highly reactive on a leash, but completely peaceful when running free. Point 4. Blowing in their face. Scroll through social media, and you will find thousands of viral videos where owners blow a puff of air directly into their dog's face to record their confused reaction. The dog snaps at the empty air or sneezes aggressively. People laugh, but for the dog, this is an absolute sensory nightmare. Those long, stiff hairs protruding from your dog's muzzle are called vibrissae. They are highly complex sensory organs wired directly to the somatosensory cortex in the dog's brain. These whiskers act as high-tech biological radars that detect microscopic changes in air currents and atmospheric pressure. When you suddenly purse your lips and blow a concentrated stream of air directly into their face, you completely overload their fragile sensory system. To their brain, it feels like a sudden, invisible physical strike out of nowhere. It leaves them deeply confused, disoriented, and defensive. Never purposefully trigger your dog's defense mechanisms for a cheap laugh. Point 5. The staring contest. You sit on the couch and look deeply into your dog's eyes to show the depths of your love. Suddenly, your dog turns their head away, averts their eyes, or starts nervously licking their lips. You probably think they got distracted. They didn't. They are politely begging you to de-escalate the tension. In human psychology, maintaining direct, unbroken eye contact is a sign of confidence and love. In canine psychology, an unblinking, hard, direct stare is the ultimate threat and a challenge for dominance. When a wolf locks eyes with another animal without blinking, it means they are about to attack. When you constantly stare down your dog, they feel physically confronted. Dogs that lick their lips, yawn loudly, or look away when you stare are displaying appeasement signals. They are desperately trying to communicate, saying, "I do not want to fight, I submit, please look away." Use a soft gaze. Relax your facial muscles. Let your eyelids droop slightly. Blink slowly every few seconds. Or turn your head slightly to the side. This micro shift instantly tells their nervous system that you are family, not a predator. Point 6. The guilty yelling. Let's talk about the one psychological fact every single dog owner desperately needs to understand. You come home from work and find that your dog has completely shredded your favorite shoe. You pick up the destroyed shoe and angrily yell at them. Your dog immediately cowers in the corner, tucks their tail, and looks up at you with those huge, sad, deeply guilty eyes. You feel justified because they clearly know they did something wrong. Science proves this is a complete illusion. Dogs do not possess the cognitive ability to feel human guilt or moral shame. Dr. Alexandra Horowitz, a leading cognitive scientist, ran controlled studies proving the famous guilty look is actually just a display of pure, unadulterated fear. Dogs operate on immediate environmental association, not on a human timeline. If your dog chewed that shoe 3 hours ago, their brain physically cannot connect that past action to your current explosive anger. All they know in that exact second is that the person they trust most has suddenly become aggressive, smelling like adrenaline, and holding a shoe. You aren't teaching them right from wrong. You are only teaching them to be terrified of you whenever you hold a shoe. If you do not catch your dog in the exact precise second they are performing a bad behavior, yelling at them later does nothing but destroy their trust. Point 7. Chronic inconsistency. The final, most destructive thing you can do that mentally exhausts your dog more than anything else is living a life of unpredictability. One day, you are in a fantastic mood, so you invite your dog to jump up and cuddle on the expensive couch. The very next day, you come home stressed, wearing nice clothes, and you violently yell at them to get off that exact same couch. Dogs thrive on strict routine, clear algorithms, and unbending structure. Their brains only feel entirely safe when there are absolutely clear, black and white boundaries. When the rules of your house change daily based on unpredictable human emotions, your dog lives in a constant, buzzing state of anxiety. They never know when they will be rewarded with love, and when they will be suddenly punished for doing the exact same thing they did yesterday. This chronic, low-level stress makes dogs hyperactive, destructive, neurotic, and deeply insecure. Your dog does not want a relaxed boss who randomly breaks the rules. They want a stable, calm, and rigidly consistent leader. If the couch is off limits on a stressful Tuesday, it must be off limits on a relaxed Sunday. This kind of environmental continuity gives their brain the greatest peace of mind in the world. They don't have to guess how to survive in your home. They just get to live. If you learned something new about your best friend today, hit that subscribe button. We decode the complex, secret life of your dog every single week. See you in the next video.